In 1998, 17-year-old Omar Bin Omran went missing while on his way to school in the city of Jaffa, Algeria. After his disappearance, his family assumed he passed away during the civil war that was going on at the time. But almost 30 years later, he was found alive in a basement. This is such a crazy story. Let's talk about it. In 1998, 17-year-old Omar mysteriously went missing on his way to school in the city of Jaffa in Algeria. It was said that his family searched for him for a very long time with no sign of him anywhere. Now, during the time that Omar went missing, the civil war was going on in Algeria, and this war took place between 1992 to 2002. So Omar's friends and family searched for him for a long time, but since they couldn't find him, they lost hope and believed that he passed away as a result of the war. Now, while everyone accepted the fact that Omar was gone forever, his dog, on the other hand, knew where he was the entire time. Omar had this beautiful dog which looks like a German Shepherd. This dog was able to track Omar through his scent, and his family said that at the time when Omar went missing, his dog would stand in front of a neighbor's house located less than 200 feet away from their home. It's been said that this dog would just sit there in front of this house and wait. And this would go on for about 2 weeks until suddenly this dog disappeared and he was never seen again. So now we have Omar, who mysteriously went missing, and then his dog, who also goes missing 2 weeks later. So now we're gonna fast track 26 years later. 26 long years go by and his family makes a crazy discovery. Omar, who is now 45 years old, was found. I don't even know how I would feel or react seeing someone that I thought I would never see again, especially after this many years. I don't know. I feel like I would be in complete shock. And this is how they found Omar. On May 12, 2024, a dispute over inheritance between that same neighbor who lived 200 feet from Omar's home and his own brother revealed the truth. So this 61-year-old man who owned this home had gotten into an argument about some inheritance with his brother, which led to his brother uploading something on social media, which then prompted Omar's family to call authorities and to search this man's house. It's not really clear what this person said exactly that prompted Omar's family to call authorities. But nevertheless, this person's claims made Omar's family extremely suspicious. At around 8 p.m. on that day, police arrived to the home and walked to the back of the house and lifted up what seems to be a hidden entryway, and they found Omar in a cellar where this man kept sheep, and Omar was located and was sitting under a pile of hay. There's this blurry video that was taken of him while he was being rescued, and it shows authorities shining lights into the pit where he was being held captive. Omar, who now had a full-grown beard, was taken out of this room and he looked terrified. He was also unrecognizable because of how much he's changed physically throughout the years, which makes sense. He was kidnapped at the age of 17 and now he's 45. It just boggles my mind how this man was kept there for so long and no one knew. I'm 27 right now, so this man was basically held captive throughout my entire existence, which is so hard to believe. Now, while authorities made a discovery, the 61-year-old kidnapper tried to flee. I looked for this man's name everywhere, but for some reason it wasn't disclosed. But this 61-year-old man was a civil servant in Algeria and he tried to escape, but they were able to catch him and arrest him. Now, why exactly this man kidnapped Omar, it hasn't really been disclosed. There are a few speculations as to why Omar was kidnapped, and one that was mentioned pretty often was that this 61-year-old man was into black magic. And apparently Omar had physical features that could be used in these practices to help this man do his black magic. And to back up this claim, shortly after Omar was rescued, he told police and his family that this man would in fact practice black magic on him. He said that one of the reasons he wasn't able to escape was because he was under a spell that this kidnapper had cast on him. When asked why he didn't make noise or shout for help, Omar said that due to the spell, he wasn't able to speak or walk. Omar also said that he had this little window in his room where he was kept in, and he constantly saw people that he knew walking outside that window, but again, he couldn't speak or do anything because of this spell that he was on. And I know people don't believe in this kind of stuff, such as black magic, but can someone explain to me what's going on? Because this man genuinely said he could not speak and move. What are your theories on this? Maybe it was a psychological thing. At the end of the day, it really makes you wonder what this man went through all these years. Now, Omar's mother passed away in 2013, and again, she also believed that her son passed away due to the Civil War. And Omar said that when his mother passed away, his abductor basically told him the news. So essentially, it seems like his abductor was keeping him in the loop of what was going on in the outside world, all while keeping him captive. And what I find so sad is that this was all happening only a few houses down from where Omar's family lived. I told you guys earlier about Omar's dog and how this dog detected Omar's scent in front of the home where his kidnapper kept him. Well, like I mentioned earlier, that dog disappeared and was never seen again. You guys know where I'm going with this, but basically the abductor poisoned his dog because, like I said, this dog was sitting in front of his house for about 2 weeks and people were getting suspicious. Omar's family and friends found it really odd that this dog was, signaling that Omar was there. So this man got rid of the dog and that was that. Now, when Omar was rescued, his family said that he was in complete shock and was terrified to go outside, which I can only imagine. You're locked up for almost 3 decades. You've probably never stepped a foot outside. It's gonna take so much time and therapy and patience to live a somewhat normal life moving forward. 6 other people besides the 61-year-old man have also been arrested and charged in connection with the kidnapping. I'm not too sure about their involvement. There's not much information on that, but all they're saying is that more people were apparently involved or at least knew that Omar was held captive. Yeah, this is a tragic and such a disturbing case. I've heard of cases like this before. This sounds very familiar to the Ariel Castro case, which, if you guys don't know, he also kidnapped 3 young girls and kept them in his house for almost 10 years, but they were eventually rescued. There are a couple of other cases like this that I've heard, but I've never really seen a case where an older man has been kidnapped and kept for this long. And it also makes me wonder about all the other missing people out there in the world that after some time they're forgotten about. This is one of those cases that will be engraved in my mind forever. And I just hope that this man gets all the love and support that he needs in order to move forward in his life. And that is it for today's crazy story. If you guys enjoyed listening to this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And if you like videos like this, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you're notified when I upload. I will have my other social medias here in case you guys want to keep up with me. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.